Hey guys, it's your girl Diamond. Today we'll be doing a story time video, and this video is very long awaited. This is gonna be a long video. Let me just start off with saying it was my first day of high school, okay? So it's my first day of high school. If you guys don't know, I'm 15 right now. I just turned 15 in April, and I'm a 9th grader in high school right now. But yeah, I've been waiting so long to do this video because I didn't want, to do it too close to the conflict or situation that happened, around the same, because then if I did it around the same time as it happened or right after, I probably would have to take it down because people are ridiculous. So here we go. This is basically like my first day of high school story and my bullying story, like me getting bullied, not me bullying somebody else. I am enrolled into a high school that's like right by my house. It's like it's not a small community that I live in, but everyone pretty much knows each other. And the middle school that I came from was very linked to the high school that I'm in right now, because they're right next door, and everyone from my middle school goes to the high school I go to now. So I was so excited for high school, obviously, because it's a different change. It's a big change from middle school to high school, and I just couldn't wait to go to high school. So it was the first day of high school, and it was me and my friends, Jasmine and Natalia. We all went to school together. It was good. It was good. The first day of school was good in the beginning until, let's say, around lunchtime. All right. So to be honest, if you guys don't know me, I am yeah, gosh, this is a funny video. I'm having issues explaining it because it's so funny. This was so long ago. I get hated on so much because you only get hated on if you're popping, and I don't really care. I'm not a sensitive person. I'm gonna tell you that right now. This is a disclaimer. I'm not a sensitive person at all. So I can tell this whole story without crying. A lot of people couldn't if they went through it. And a lot of this situation is actually really bad. I don't even know. I didn't even think I was a good target. So I wasn't scared of high school. I was not scared. I was not scared of nobody. I'm still not scared to this day of nobody. Anyways, just wanted to throw that out there. I don't want to I want you guys to know that I'm not a sensitive person. Well, yeah, I'm not sensitive at all, so it didn't really affect me as much as it could affect somebody else. It kind of made me stronger. So, and a lot of people would tell me high school is different. People especially classmen that's older than you, seniors and juniors, definitely start crap with freshmen. And I'm I don't care. These people are petty. And I'm very mature for my age, to be honest. I was 14 at this time, and I was mature, and I'm still the same as I was, a little bit stronger today. But anyways, it was the first day of school, and it was lunchtime, right? It was a regular day, which means we had all 7 hours, all 7 classes on the first day of school. And high school, I didn't know where my classes were and stuff like that, but I was getting used to it, and it was not hard for me. I didn't have any issues or struggles the first day of school until it got to lunchtime, which was after 5th hour. There's a huge courtyard in the middle of my school. My 5th hour class was right across from the cafeteria, and I told Natalia and Jasmine that we would meet at this table at lunch. So we were gonna meet there because I was just call me and we'll find each other at lunch, because it's high school. Everyone is getting new classes, they have new friends, so people sit different places, and it's just getting used to it and stuff like that. And plus you're not from there, and other people are from that high school, so I didn't want to sit inside for sure, because we have outside tables and inside. So I was oh, let's sit outside. So my 5th hour is exactly right outside. You just walk straight across and there's tables, right? And my friend, another girl, I'm gonna call her Ashley. So Ashley, her name's not Ashley though, but that's her fake name for now. Whatever, you guys know Jasmine and Natalia. That's why I always say their real names, because they're my best friends. They're sisters. So Ashley is my other good friend, and she was in my 5th hour class, and we went to lunch together, and we just came outside the outside door of the class, and then right across there was some tables. So I was oh, let's sit here. Literally, we're walking, and we're the first ones to lunch. Let me tell you something. We're the first ones to lunch because the bell rings and everyone's all over the place, because our school is huge. And people there's not even people walking inside the cafeteria. We were the first ones at lunch, all right? And let me tell you straight up. I get to this table, and me and Ashley put our stuff down, and I'm just I chose the table. I was oh, let's just sit here. I don't care. And I called Natalia and Jasmine, and I'm okay, we're over here, naming where I'm at and stuff like that, my current location, so you could come and meet me, right? And then this is when people started filling up, their tables and going inside the cafeteria. Alright, so this is the bag I had on the first day of school, right? And this is so funny because I haven't touched this bag in so long. But I put this on my table with Ashley sitting there. There's 4 corners, and there's benches on each corner. So one is like, they're all pushed against the wall, mind you, but you can sit on both sides, all sides. So I was sitting on the right side of the square table or whatever, and Ashley was sitting on the front of the square table facing the courtyard. This big girl, she sits down at the table that I'm at, right? And I'm like, okay, and Ashley's looking at me like, and whatever, like scared. I'm not scared of crap, so I didn't care. I was like, she wants to sit with us, she can sit with us. This is not Mean Girls episode. This is not Mean Girls episode. Not Mean Girls episode. I'm not moving for crap, you know? Like, obviously, I didn't say nothing. I didn't care. I wasn't scared. And then another girl, like some other Caucasian girls, were looking at her and were like, oh yeah, let's sit here. Like, they're her friends or something. Like, oh, like, kind of giving us dirty looks. Me and Ashley, they like were all standing around and they were like talking, but like I couldn't really hear. And then I heard, like, I was still sitting and I was just like looking towards the courtyard with my bag on the table. Dark girls like on the bench, and then like one of the Caucasian girls of her friends or whatever sits on top of the table, right? And like they're like talking like very violent, like all this stuff to each other, like who do they think they are at our table, like just yelling, like talking to each other though. And so I hear it and I'm just like, these petty, like, are you joking? Like, who are they talking to? They're talking about some, they need to move, blah, say blah, like, and then Ashley starts looking at me like, Dy'mond, like, hello, we need to move, like, these people are going crazy. And you could tell they're older, obviously. Then one of her other friends, which I recognize because I've seen her, I don't know where I've seen her, but this is the main girl. This is the bully of the story. We'll call her Danielle, okay? We're gonna call the bully, the big main bully of this whole story, Danielle. You know, Danielle comes and she's like raging to the table, and I'm facing the courtyard like this with the bag on the table in front of me, and Ashley's sitting right there still, and like we're waiting for Jasmine and Natalia, like where are they? And I see them from far distance, so I'm like, whatever, it's fine, I'm just gonna stay here and smile and don't care. And Ashley's freaking out or whatever. She's like, Dy'mond, maybe we should move, I don't know. And I'm just like, no, we're sitting here. Nobody told me to move and I'm not moving. I was raging towards the table like okay. And she's like with like this like all messy and sloppy. I'm like, okay, who is she running to? She's like, who do they think they are? Like even adding on to the noise, okay, whatever, blah say blah. There's people around, obviously, it's lunchtime, and she taps on my shoulder. She didn't even ask me like, are you gonna move? She said, you guys need to move, like you need to move, like this is our table. This is what she said. She said, you need to move. She didn't ask, and I know for a fact because I had to explain it to the counselors and stuff, and she did not ask. She said, you need to move or whatever. This is my table. Me and my friend sat here since whatever BS she said, since the beginning of life, whatever. You need to move. This is my table. Move. Get out right now. Like, excuse me. Did this girl just try me? Did she just think that she could tell me what to do? Because I only remember and recalling having one mother, and you're not that person. You're not that person. You need to move out my face. That's what you need to do. So I'm sitting here like heated in my brain. But like, let me tell you something. I'm a nice person. Like, I don't have time for no negativity. I was like, I'm not moving. That's as soon as she stopped talking, I was like, I'm not moving. And like I said it just like that. I was like, I'm not moving. My legs were crossed and I'm like smiling because I was so heated that like I was laughing. No, I'm the last person that would move for nobody. Like, this is not Rosa Parks. You know, Rosa Parks. Anyways, Jasmine and Natalia finally get at the table, and they're talking to Ashley, and Ashley's like, you know, maybe we should move, you know, these people are causing issues. So Jasmine and Natalia are witnessing this, and people start watching because this girl is yelling loud, like, and her friends are like, oh my gosh, Danielle, come on, let's go, you know, this and that, like, this is not worth it or whatever. Like, now her friends wanted to turn the table around and say, you know, let's go, like, you're starting issues, because this girl was in my face. She was this close to my face talking about something, you need to move. And I said, as soon as I said I'm not moving, everyone started looking. They're like, what? But I've seen her before. I just did not know her name because I know she knew who I was, because I've seen her before. All her friends are still pulling her like, Danielle, we need to go, and they had like keys or whatever, so I assumed they were juniors or seniors. Come on, Danielle, let's just go eat lunch somewhere else or something. She's like, no, this bitch swears she's gonna stay in my seat. She doesn't know who I am, all this stuff. And I was like, and I've never been in a physical fight before, so I was like, this is so funny. I think this is gonna be my first day. Anyways, I'm sitting here laughing, right? And I'm ready for everything. I'm not gonna stay here and please you because you think you can take over anybody. Like, I was like, I'm gonna stand up for myself and take this situation seriously. So I knew this was like definitely bullying. Like, as soon as she was in my face trying to start a fight with me, and she knew I was a freshman because her friends were like, you know, these are freshmen, you need to stop, like all this stuff. Like, everyone was like trying to get her to get away from me. I'm not scared, sitting here, right, and my friends are like freaking out, and I'm just like laughing, right? She starts racing back and forth like across the table, like she's like, oh my gosh, like she's about to do something. Smiling, sitting here smiling, and everyone is like crowding around at this point. And she's like, I'm gonna smack the smile right off her face. If she thinks it's funny, you think it's funny? She kept looking at me, she's like, you think it's funny? And I was like, everyone thought there was a fight gonna happen. So she gets in my face, even she starts coming closer to me in my freaking bubble. So I was like, oh my god. After that, she took my bag off of the table, and this is the bag, okay? She takes my bag and she throws it on the floor. And I don't know if you guys know, but this bag is actually close to $1,000. MCM is everything. It's a designer brand, and I actually bought this 3 days before school started. I never put it on the floor. So this girl puts it on the floor. She throws it. Like, I'm gonna do exactly how she did it. She takes it off the table and she goes like, this girl is testing me right now. I saw her throw my bag on the floor. Whatever. Clearly this girl wanted to start something. I pick up my bag off the ground and I was laughing still, and I put it on top of where it was. I put exactly where it was. I was like, I'm not gonna let this touch the floor because it's too expensive for that. It's not meant to be on the floor. I said something like that, right? I said this, it's too expensive to be on the floor. And I just said it with, I didn't say it with attitude, I just said it just how I said it right now. And she goes, what did you say to me? What did you say to me? Did you just say? And she just started like putting words in my mouth. She's like, oh, I know you did not just say something. I forgot what the phrase that she said. She thought I said. I don't know. I don't care. I looked at her and I said, this is expensive. Don't put it on the ground. That was the first day of school, okay? I heard you were gonna fight somebody. Like, it was spreading everywhere because I'm not very low-key person in my city. So pretty much, I know a lot of people from all different kinds of schools, you know? Just getting so much crap from it, you know? And I've never been bullied before. Anyways, I told my dad, you need to talk to the counselor or whatever and we need to report whoever this girl is because I don't have time for her, and I didn't want it to be a bigger situation than it was, and it came out to be a bigger situation. So he calls the counselor or whatever and sets up an appointment to meet her, the counselor that I was going towards. And let me tell you something, the counselor didn't do crap, okay? And I know like a lot of people are gonna be watching this video from my school probably, and maybe even the counselor might be watching this video, but guess what? Hello, I'm telling what's the truth. I'm not taking this video down for nobody. Anyways, I don't even remember, guys, but I was called down to the office either the second day of school or the first day of school. They send me to this girl's room, and she acts like, oh, I heard what the situation happened at lunch the other day or today, whatever day it was, and I wanted you to explain the story to me because I talked to the girl that you had the encounter with, and she told me her side, so I wanted to know your side. Right? I started telling exactly how it happened. I said I got to the table first. I was meeting my friends there. This was my first day of high school, and then this girl had the audacity to take my bag, throw it on the ground, and tell me I need to move. And she's like, oh, well, this girl, you know, she says her name or whatever. And no, she didn't even tell me the girl's name, and I didn't know what her name was either. And she's like, oh, you know, the girl that had the encounter with me and started getting my face and wanted to fight said that she asked you politely to move and you refused to, and so she got heated and mad, and that's why she was about to fight you or something, like some excuse, okay? Like, she said it nice, like, that's BS. As soon as she said, I was like, she was like accusing me of being wrong. Like, she was like, no, like, I know for a fact that she acted nicely. Like, she wasn't even asking or taking my story in consideration. So I was sitting here, I was like, oh, hell no, nigga. So I was like, I'm gonna tell you right now that she did not ask me. And I know for a fact she did not ask me, because if she asked me, it would have went down differently. She goes, you know, well, the girl has, you know, some issues at home. This is relevant to me. How? Please tell me how, because it's not relevant to me. I don't care. There's no excuse, you know? You need to do something about bullying. You can't just let it go. She wasn't being fair. So I was like, I'm really gonna explode because nothing's gonna be done about this situation, and it's not fair. Like, you're supposed to be a counselor. Gosh, I could not believe this, guys. I was so shocked. I go back to class and I'm just heated. I couldn't focus at all, and I told the counselor that too. I was like, ever since the situation happened, I can't focus in school, and I come here, I'm a straight A student, and I come here to learn. I don't come here for this. I might look like the opposite of what I am, but it's not true. I do sports, I'm a well-rounded student, and I don't have time for people to interfere with my future. You know, this is high school, and I'm not trying to be bullied throughout the day. And let me tell you something, I was being bullied throughout all this time. Like, this whole day, all these days, she was talking about me to everybody, and she was a senior. So like everybody was giving me looks in the hallways, and I was like dead. Like I was like, this is so crazy. Like nobody is sticking up for me, and it's like time for me to stick up for myself because I didn't do anything wrong. Like this girl was trying to like ruin my life. So I felt like the whole school was against me. Like it was so crazy. Something when I was walking to class, I saw the counselor like following me. Like she was following me like where I was going. Like she saw where every class I went to and everything. And you know, you think that's protection. It's not protection because yeah. So I see her at the front of the building that I'm about to go and enter for class. And let me tell you something. Since I was like very emotional and heated, this whole situation, like it was still the first week of school. I tweeted something on Twitter, and I don't remember word for word, but it was definitely because I was obsessed with Dy'mond at this time. As you guys know, I posted so much things. I met her like around this time, like a few months later I met Dy'mond, and I love Dy'mond and her music or whatever. So I posted a quote from her song. It was obviously Try Me. And these girls try me, I'ma catch a body, right? Like it was obvious, like everybody knows that line. Like it was obvious that it was from that song. I put hashtag Dy'mond, like, so I was heated. I was like in a mad state of mind at this time. So I wasn't sad, I was just really mad. Was so surprised. I was shocked. Like I came from being, you know, the girl that everyone looked up to and was like, oh, you know, she's popular and stuff, but I was very humble, always humble. The next day I'm the hated one because everyone thinks I'm all that and she thinks she's this or whatever, but she's a freshman. Like I was looked down on, and I was like, let the people try me, like they don't know me. So I put that on me. So I guess her friend screenshotted it, sent it around to her or whatever, and was like, oh, she's talking about you, she's gonna catch your body, she's basically threatening you that she's gonna, you know, catch a body. Like, so I was like, it's not like I put your name, it's not like I said at your whatever, I didn't even know her name, okay? The counselor is like in front of this building, right? I'm entering the door, like, yay, going to class, you know? Like, she grabs me from like me walking in the door. The counselor, she's like, excuse me, you need to take down that tweet right now or whatever, like looking at me like so dead ass, like she was about to like, I don't know, call the police on me. I was like, you want me to take it down? I said, why am I taking it down? She's like, because that's inappropriate and you were threatening her. I mean, what if this was about, and it could be about anybody else. Like it wasn't even about any, like, and basically she was like bully number 2. I was like, get out. Like so I texted my dad and I was like, I posted this thing on Twitter and they told me to take it down, but I don't want to take it down because I don't think I need to. So as soon as I opened the door to walk into the freaking hallway, she comes, the girl, the bully, Danielle, grabs me like by my shoulder and she's like, turn around. The counselor's holding the door open and she's watching the bully come up to me and attacking me. I said, what? Like I was like, what? Like what do you want? And she's like, because meanwhile I'm trying to get to class, like the bell was about to ring too, and she goes, oh, I saw what you posted on Twitter, you think you're gonna catch a body, you ain't gonna catch a body, all this stuff, like talking so ghetto. Oh my gosh. So she's like, and this girl's Hispanic, by the way, not that that means anything, but it's not like she was Caucasian or black or anything, but she was Hispanic and she just carried this vibe that was very, and people knew her as a bully too. It wasn't that one encounter, like she is a bully. So she pulls me and she goes, you need to take it down take it down right now. Who do you think you're gonna catch a body? And I was like, it wasn't about you or whatever, and you need to calm down or something. I said something like that, and the counselor was just watching it happen. She watched the bully come after me and didn't even stop her. She opened the door for this bit. Like, who are, I just walked away. I was like, I need to go to class, whatever. So I didn't care about what she was saying. It was irrelevant to my life. I'm walking down the hall and she's still yelling. She's standing there and she's like, oh, go ahead, run to class, go ahead, run away, I know you're scared, and I was like, ha, I'm not scared. She was trying to fight.